Hey guys, so I wasn't gonna do this video. I really wasn't. There's a lot of times I don't do this video. But this woman, I'm I don't strongly use the word hate. Like when it comes to people, I always try. I'm not that negative. I'm usually the sort of person who always sticks up for people. But I this whole situation is I can't fathom it. Like at first you'd think maybe she was telling the truth, but then again no, because she was still taking orders. It doesn't make any sense. So if you've not heard of Brittany Dawn is one of those irritating people. I'm sorry, I can call it irritate. By the way, I'm gonna get if this if this video gets taken down, I know who's taking it down. Anyway, that's another story apparently with Instagram and stuff. But anyway, Brittany Dawn is one of those like online fitness people. She has an Instagram. She calls her an influencer, self an influencer, and this is when you draw the line through influencers. So she decided to have this website, sell programs, and well, it all went downhill. Basically, people were like they weren't either they weren't getting the program at all, or some people were getting the program but it was shit. Basically, it didn't work. um it all came out and everything. All loads of people came out saying that obviously they've wasted all this money, it's a scam, she's a scam. And I thought at first looking glance of it, I thought a scam is an overreaction. Maybe there's a reason for it, but then I'm like, yeah, there's no reason for it. The reason she gave was really bad. It's like it wasn't even a reason at all. You could generally say she's scamming people because there's ways. I have a website. I know how sticking things online works. Um, but basically, she said that she got overwhelmed because obviously she's an influencer. She has all these followers. She got overwhelmed by obviously the amount of people that were buying this program. Now, when you sell things on a website, digitally or whatever, you can set an amount. So you can set it to an amount where obviously there's no limit to who can download it, whatever, or you can set a limit to it. Obviously she didn't set a limit, but the thing is she could have taken it off the site as soon as she realised she was getting all these people buying it, and then stop it from there. And then all the people she couldn't fulfill, give them full refunds. I repeat, I'll get into that as well. A great example of this, actually, which I saw recently, Steve Cook. I don't know if you've heard of him. He does what's it? Online program, online whatever. I just said sorry, brain just gone dead. So he offers three tiers. One of the tiers is 1-to-1, and currently that is sold out. Why do you think it's probably sold out? Because he's probably filled his rota of how many people can actually do 1-to-1s. So Brittany, no excuse really, no excuse for that. Like that's the one thing that reads red flags. Like she could have just closed it, sold it out, and had done with it. But instead, she still kept taking the money, and that is the main issue. That's why it turned into a scam, and why people don't like her, because she was still taking money, knowing that she wouldn't be able to fulfill, and that's the thing, and that's the thing that does not add up whatsoever. Now, there's another part of this. So she said she was going to give people refunds, and they were only giving them. Turns out she's only giving them half refunds. Now, the only time you give someone a half refund, that it usually happens. It can happen. I've seen it is where it's the customer's fault. So a good example in the UK, train tickets. Say you want to cancel a train ticket, or you want your money back because I don't know, you're not going that day or whatever. You're only entitled to half a refund. They won't give you full refund, and that's obviously a reason. That'll be your fault. Maybe you should have planned it more before actually buying the train tickets or whatever. But it's like stuff where it's like hotels. When you're staying in hotels, if you don't cancel within the time frame, then your deposit is gone. or you're still paying for the room or whatever it is, you know what I mean? That sort of thing. I know that's slightly a bit different because you don't get any refund, but you know, you get what I mean. I'm making a point where half refunds only tend to happen if it is technically the customer's fault, and obviously in this situation it's not the customer's fault, it's her fault, and it's not like she can't afford it either, because obviously within being an influencer she'd be sponsored by whatever, she'd be sent things to, you know, put in her photos or review or whatever. So that's the other thing that the whole situation pisses me off, because it is so goddamn hard to get in the fitness industry. It is so freaking hard. And when it comes to obviously finding an online presence, that is really hard as well. And you've got people like her, which is so easy. She's done it like whatever, but it just, people like her just piss me off so much. Like, there's loads of other people are worthy and more attention than a lot of these people are, especially her, and she just took advantage. Now, I want to go on to offering online training services. Like, personally, I don't think I'd ever do it, just because this is where it gets. I personally have always said that I don't understand. There's lots of people that do it and do it well, like Papa Swolio. I don't think even that's his full username, but you know what I mean when I say that. I mean, you're watching a Brittany Dawn, you know who he is. You're watching a Brittany Dawn video, you know who he is. That's how I found out Brittany Dawn. Zach Perner does it well. Um, as I said before, Steve Cook does it well. There's a lot of people that do it well, but you have to be full on confident. And I don't think, especially if you're somebody like, it's like she just randomly decided to do it. I don't think, like, as I said, it's hard anyway to personal train someone online, you know, without seeing them in person. I've always, you know, thought that I would offer advice, like I'll do, um, you know, webcams one to one if anyone has any questions and stuff, but I could never offer full on online personal training because I just don't feel comfortable doing that. And I don't think anyone should anyway do it unless they've had, you know, experience doing one to one, because obviously doing it online is another ball game, and it's a lot harder, as I said, because you're not physically with that person, so it's a lot harder. Like, I do have like one leg program on there, but that's like general. But it goes, you know, it goes into details. There's videos, explaining stuff that needs to be explained and stuff like that. But that's more general, like to actually, and that's a body part. But to actually give, you know, personal training online, it's another ball game. And for someone like her, I just think the whole thing is like a complete and utter mess, and she needs to stop. Like, right, there's one video that pisses me off. Right, she calls her like people who criticize her, she calls them haters. You literally robbed people. You can't call your critics haters. You are an idiot. Like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense or whatsoever. Like, you can't call your haters haters when they're not. Some of them are probably even fucking customers. When you've just literally robbed people, like, what are you on? Like, are you on cloud nine? And you need to disappear. I don't understand this. Like, when a business, like, I swear she's still selling a program as well. It's like when things have. This is a tip, right? Say something goes shits up with your company, right? Disappear for like 5 months. I'm not even joking. Don't even go on social media. Disappear. Wait for it to die down. She's just making the situation you'll literally make the situation 10 times worse. Unless you're on there like actually giving out refunds, then yeah. The other thing as well, which she's probably in a shit if anyone takes her to court. So I don't know how it works, but in the UK, you have to. We don't have to, but it's advisable that you take liability insurance if you're self-employed, because if you're working for a gym, they tend to have it. I know there's some around that will ask you have to have it individually for you, but a lot of the time the gyms cover it. That's why some gyms can be fussy on who they hire and stuff. But basically liability covers obviously if your client gets hurt, you get hurt, but also covers things where, a client's unhappy, so on occasions, this should never happen unless you're stupid like her, but on occasions where the customer's not happy because I don't know, you've said a claim that'll happen in a certain amount of weeks and it doesn't happen, it covers that sort of thing. So she's kind of, it's very unlikely she's probably got that at all, because it doesn't look like she has any knowledge whatsoever anyway, in any fitness related whatever. I think she just thought, let's make a quick book. I mean, to be fair, she could have thought, I'll make a quick book, and it probably did. She probably did get a lot of orders that she couldn't handle. But the thing that I don't get is she kept taking them and taking them and taking them. She had an opportunity to stop, but she didn't. She kept taking the money and taking the money, and that's the thing that I can't get my head wrapped around. Like, if she completely stopped, to be fair, this wouldn't have blown over so quickly. Like, you'd probably get a few customers not happy, but you wouldn't get a lot of customers happy because you would have stopped it. You would have done a video and apologised, gave full refunds, and been like, yeah. But I, I don't understand. Like, some humans, like, I don't understand at all. What makes it sad even more is I was looking on Instagram recently and people are still supporting her, and it's like, for fuck's sake, are you like blind, deaf, stupid, like something wrong up in your head or something? Because I don't understand how you can support her. Like, logic, it doesn't make any sense. The only time, yeah, I'd probably support her, as I said, is if it stopped. She'd stop taking the orders when it went overwhelmed, when she felt overwhelmed. But she was still taking them. But even then, when she stopped it wouldn't have been as this big. And that's the thing I don't understand. And she needs to stop calling herself an influencer, because once you start off a business, you're not an influencer anymore. You're a manager of your business. You can't keep saying you're an influencer. Oh, I was just an influencer. Oh, I'm just what? Like, what? If you felt that way, then why did you start? Like, you started a business, you failed the business, you took money off people, you you're only offering half refunds, even though it's not the customer's fault. It's your fault for not delivering. Like, it's not making you're an idiot. I mean, this whole situation has just completely pissed me off. Like, completely pissed me off, and I feel so goddamn sorry. Like, so sorry for people who have spent money on her. They've obviously thought, you know what, her Instagram photos look amazing. She seems like a nice person. I will take that money and then hope that I get my program. And then in the end, you don't get your program. You get just lies. Well, I, d- I don't even know what was going through her head. I really don't understand what was going. All I know is that she's making the situation. She keeps opening her mouth, and she's making the situation 10 times worse. So, all I can say is obviously be careful when you are looking for people that you want to, you know, if you want, like, say you don't want to, I don't know, find a local fitness person in your area. You want to have a go at, oh, I like this person. Oh, they have programs. Maybe I want to, get on their programs. Be ever so careful. Trust me, like, obviously this is gonna make people a lot more wary. So I was just looking now for a website, and it literally says new website coming soon, which is funny. I just wanted to like make sure he wasn't obviously still, obviously selling her workouts and not, not giving it. But I mean, all I hope is someone takes it to court. That's the only way she's gonna learn, and it's gonna probably look at other people and think twice before deciding to jump in this. I don't even know what the quality of her programs were. I can imagine they were shit. Um, all the people I've not gone into great detail. All I've heard for people who've just not received programs. Um, from the sound of it, programs that are not working. I mean, it'd been great to see, outline of what I know she was charging a lot, like $150. I don't know. God knows, but it's just no. I I don't understand. I really don't understand this girl. I don't understand at all. Apparently, though, she is also suffering with the sponsorships. Apparently, a lot of sponsorships, she's been dropped, which is obviously good to know. But again, companies aren't going to want to sponsor somebody who's clearly scamming people. As I said, just if she'd stopped as soon as she got what a lot and stopped there, but she kept taking the money. That's why I say it's an excuse. It's an excuse. All she saw was money. She didn't really care about the customers or anything like that. All she cared about is the money, and I do hope someone takes it to court. I, I do, because she's made, like, obviously, she's in a fitness industry that's hard to get into anyway. She's I feel that she's just it just pisses me off. You can understand, like, someone who is in the fitness industry, it just pisses me off how somebody's got that popular and then abused it, scammed people out of their money. And there's so many other people like down the barrel that obviously, are trying to get up there, are struggling, and then there's her who just abuses it. And that's the thing that hurts the most, is the fact that she had an opportunity and she just fucking took advantage of it. What I will do on this video, in the description, I will link all the people I know that are 100% legit, um, who do offer online coaching, men and female. If you are looking for an online coach, then obviously there are some legit ones. I will link down below. But as I said, guys, just be careful. Um, for someone who does, obviously she was selling like coaching, workouts, whatever, nutrition, which I've mentioned this before, and I've said to people, is she wouldn't, to be fair, I don't even think she was qualified. She wasn't qualified anyway at any level, but personal trainers are technically not supposed to be giving nutrition advice. Well, nutrition plans, should I say. Advice is fine, but plans aren't. Um, I mean, obviously it's up to them if they want to or not, but it's a cover for them. Obviously, because you give nutrition advice and you're not qualified, and they come back and they get ill, and they may want to sue you, you kind of fucked it, because you've not got a leg to stand on because you're not a nutritionist. But yeah, I've always said be wary of people like that who give nutrition advice. I said there's some that will do it, but just be very wary. Um, yeah, for her channel, obviously she was doing, selling all this. She was, she wasn't posting that many workouts on Instagram. I'd honestly be wary of that as well. But she was posting a lot of selfies. There's a lot of obviously fitness people that will post workouts, even if it's short workouts. There was a few on hers, but it's mostly just selfies. So I want to say be wary of that as well. Maybe go with someone who does post like workouts as well quite frequently on Instagram. I know that sounds a bit like, double-ended, not, you wouldn't call it a double-ended sword, but some of them may even have a personal Instagram for their selfies and then one for their workouts and stuff, and that obviously that's, you know just be wary. I can't really, it's a hard one. Try and look for reviews as well, like try and find if other people have used them. um Another thing is, I'd honestly be happy if someone is unwary of me or don't know whether to go with me or not. I am happy to phone them on the phone. Like, they're happy. If they want to talk on the phone, we can talk on the phone. So if you're unwary about somebody, ask them, because I know it's online, obviously online training, but any business should have contact details, like at least have a phone number or an email. Obviously, phone's better than email. But if you're unsure, ask them, can I phone you, or, for more information instead of talking over emails, that sort of thing. I would offer it anyway. And obviously you can use WhatsApp because obviously you've got issues because it's online and stuff. You know, what's it calls, international calls and stuff. I think WhatsApp doesn't have that. So that's a good idea for business people. What, have a WhatsApp? You know, I don't know. I'm just throwing it out there because sometimes it is, you know, it's really hard. If something looks too good to be true as well, that's another one to be wary of. But as I said, if you've not heard like people talk, I mean, to be fair, it's a bit unfair because some people may have just started out, and it's a little bit unfair if they can't. But just like look on their social medias, the websites and stuff. And as I said, if you're unsure before actually, you know, buying it, contact them. You know, if phone isn't accessible, then email and just be like, can I have your email address? I want to find out more, you know, information before I actually, you know, commit to buying to your, you know, your whatever you're selling, your coaching, your one-to-one, whatever it is. I mean, that's all I can really say about this topic. But as I said, the whole situation saddens me. Um, because as I said, there's loads of other people that may not be as popular that, you know, are trying to start a business but can't because they're getting suffocated by these people. And, you know, it's it's really annoying. It really is. Um, that's all I really have to say about the whole topic. All I want, as I said, if you're somebody who was, you know, generally, you know, a victim of this, please take it further. Because, I mean, you may not be able to get I know funds for lawyers and stuff is hard enough, obviously. And then there's the court fees, but I'm telling you now, you will win. You will get your money, and you'll get plus as well. So if she ever gets to court, she's fucked because all she had to do was give a full refund, but now she'll have to pay not only a refund but also damages on top of that, court fees. So she's gonna be fucked. She's an idiot. That's all. She's you can tell she's not a business minded person because the whole thing is an utter utter shit fest. So that is it for this video about Renaissance. As I said, I didn't want to like. There's so many videos on it. I didn't really want to do a video, but it just pisses me off. And I want to explain to people, as well people who are still supporting her, you're an idiot. How can you support her? She could have stopped. She didn't. She kept taking money. Then said it was overwhelming. And it's like, you had the opportunity to stop selling your fucking plants. What do you think people are? Fucking stupid. Like, Jesus Christ. I can't deal with people like her. I really can't. So just sum up the title of this. Yes, she has scammed people. Yes, she's a scammer. It is a full-on scam. She's an idiot. Or either that or she's, honest to God, she is retarded. Because I can't think of any other reason. I don't. Right, I'm ending this video because at the minute it's 23 minutes. I could blog on for an hour. She's pissed me off so much. So, bye guys.